Deep in the heart of Egypt, not far from the River Nile, there's a hidden valley with an incredible secret.
It may look like a barren desert wilderness, but 3,500 years ago, this was the royal cemetery of the pharaohs, the mighty rulers of ancient Egypt. In the 19th century, archaeologists had started to explore this valley. And what they discovered here sent shockwaves all over the world.
Incredible underground tombs with amazing decorations on their walls. It was like nothing anyone had ever seen before. The discoveries sparked a huge frenzy, and one of those captivated was archaeologist Howard Carter. His burning ambition was to discover a new royal tomb. The story goes that it was a 12-year-old boy, Hussein Rasool, employed on the site as a water carrier, who made the initial discovery.
On November the 4th, Hussein put one of his big flasks of water down on the ground and accidentally knocked it over. Now, rather than pooling on the rock a bit like this, it seeped into the ground, suggesting that there was a void below. Carter was ecstatic. This happy accident had given him hope that Tutankhamun's tomb might be within his grasp at last.
He immediately set his team to work.
This is one of the most famous diary extracts in history. First steps of tomb found.
And found seals intact.
This appeared to be an undisturbed Egyptian royal tomb.
And not just any royal tomb. These seals seemed to belong to Tutankhamun.
He was convinced this was the one. This was the valley's holy grail, an undisturbed pharaoh's tomb filled with unimaginable gold and treasures.
And carefully, they began to make a hole just big enough to see what was beyond. Strange animals, statues and gold. As Carter looked further, something caught his eye. 2 guardian statues.
So those statues flanking the either side of the wall, he thought, no, I mean, these statues and their placement, there might be something beyond.
He began investigating the Golden Wall. What he discovered was incredible.
Now, this is much more familiar. These beautiful paintings of humans and gods.
In the center of the room, the sarcophagus, Tutankhamun himself.
The idea that this boy pharaoh had lain for almost 3,500 years undisturbed in this sarcophagus, only to be discovered in 1922. It's something that no matter how many times you read about, you watch on TV, you listen to, when you come here, it's almost overwhelming.
The mighty Pyramids of Giza, some of the greatest monuments on Earth. The largest stands nearly 150 meters tall. That's the equivalent of a 45-story building and is more than 200 meters wide.
I mean, they look impressive from here, about half a mile away. And then you look at the people around their base, they look like ants. That really drives home just how massive they are. Just totally epic.
Built for one of Egypt's early pharaohs called Khufu, around 4.5 millennia ago. It's the oldest of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, and the only one still standing. For nearly 4,000 years, this was the tallest building on Earth. It's made up of around 2.3 million massive stone blocks, each the weight of a car, all moved into position without a single crane.
Are these taking a long time to build, or have they just got lots, so they're throwing a lot of labour at it?
Well, both.
Okay.
Both. So probably that for a building of this size, we might be looking at 20 years.
The maths is astonishing. To build the Great Pyramid in just 20 years, the workers would have had to lay one colossal block roughly every 2 to 3 minutes, 12 hours a day, every day for 20 years. An extraordinary feat of organisation, engineering and human effort. And it wasn't just scale that was important to the ancient Egyptians, but the finished look too.
And you can see the top of that one is all smooth. So would these all have been smooth-sided?
So the top of the middle pyramid it comprises this what we call casing stone, which is bright white limestone. They would all have been cased in that. The idea being that you see an absolutely perfect, gleaming white pyramid.
So if we'd been here 4,500 years ago, they're all brand new, it would have been mind-blowing. They're more extraordinary to us today.
This morning I'm up before dawn.
I'm in perfect position to see one of the greatest sights you can ever see, which is the sunrise at Abu Simbel Temple, one of the most iconic temples of ancient Egypt. Look at that! There it is.
Abu Simbel's 4 20-metre high statues are of the famous pharaoh Ramesses II. He ruled for nearly 7 decades and built this temple to align with the sun, showing his divine connection to the gods. It's all so incredible.
The most magnificent ancient site of them all.
Well, I mean, absolutely. It doesn't ease you in, does it? I mean, straight away, you've got this monumental facade. Each of these statues is some 20 metres high, and yet he's just sitting down. This isn't the original location. It was moved in the 1960s for the building of the Aswan Dam.
So somewhere down under this water is the original site.
The original location, if it had kept there, if it stayed there, it would be underwater today. They cut the whole monument into blocks, more than 1,000 pieces, some as much as 30 tons. They moved them all up here in this painstaking process, reconstructed it, keeping with the alignment, keeping it as close to the original location in its look as possible. It's an amazing achievement to save this temple.
Abu Simbel is testament to its builders 3,000 years ago. The people who spent thousands of hours meticulously hand-chiseling this site, but also to the 20th century engineers, archaeologists and experts who rescued it. I, for one, am so incredibly grateful it was saved. And I'm sure Ramses is too.